I have to figure out how to fix the damages. You know damages, huh? You know what damages mean? Damages. All right. So you don't know what damages mean? Damage. Okay. What's the definition of damage? Take a look. Take a listen. When you hear the word damage, all right? So damage has to do with something that will is has gotten bad, something that has been harmed, spoiled. You know the word spoiled, huh? So if you harm something, you damage it. If you spoil something, you damage it, right? So which also calls injury, right? So that will damage my reputation. So if you spend a lot of money, that will damage your bank account. Okay, so try to yeah go easy on your money spending, right? So here I gotta figure out how to fix the damages, and also I gotta figure out the best way to handle the assessment. And I really believe if you have lots of practice every day, all right. So if you have lots of practice every day, I'm sure you get the hang of it. All right, you get the hang of it. And also, I can't figure it out. All right, just keep trying to do it. So if you can't, sorry, if you can't figure something out, you just have to keep pushing. You just have to keep trying to do it. If you can't figure it out, just have keep trying doing it. Keep pushing. All right. So that's the power of persistence. All right. The power of a discipline. Okay. Something that's gonna help you not give up. I know that if you don't give up easily, that will something really important will be part of you. Will grow on you. It's a very nice skill that will you can develop. That is no. It's a kind of a virtue. Virtue is something really nice and good. The opposite of vice. Virtue is a good. Okay, let's take a look at virtue. Probably know what virtue means, but you see, good morals has to do with good morals and good moral quality in a person. So, if you always, for example, keep doing your thing, something that will help others and help yourself, something that will not damage anyone else and will not even damage yourself. So you start and you keep persistent, you keep being persistent, keep pushing through. For example, even though we might have some setbacks, lots of difficulties, okay, lots of problems and all that stuff, lots of mishaps, kind of setbacks. So you're always okay, despite all those combo of problems. Okay, so you never give up. So you start creating okay some kind of virtue, right? So like patience is a virtue. So say if you pray to God and say, God help me, please give me patience. The only the only way that patience okay will be part of your personality and character is by you're gonna be put at test, you're gonna be put on test. So you have to go through a situation that will demand and require that you need to be patient, so so you got to be careful with the things that we ask God, because if we ask for patience, probably we're gonna put it on those situations where patience is required. So if you're not if you're not willing, okay, if you're not willing to all right to go through those kind of situations, those kind of yeah, it's a kind of a bad patch, bad moments, because yeah, that's the only way that you kind of some create some. You create some callus, callus like the area of your hand where there's some hard skin because of lots of work, okay? Because lots of labor, okay? So you have have worked hard throughout, any given period of time, and then you have callous. So if you've been through situations that require patience, so you will grow some callous on your personality, on your mind, and probably, for example, you might not give in to to any kind of temptation. You not give up, and then you persist. You will go on. You keep, pushing and pushing through. Okay, keep moving forward. I say because you have created some calluses, okay, in your mind. So that's it. Okay, let's move on. I finally figured out why my computer was so slow. It needed an update. It takes a while to figure out how to do that. If you need further assistance, feel free to ask. Hey, long time no see you. What have you been up to lately? Sorry, let me just pronounce it correctly. Oh, hey, long time no see you. What have you been up to lately? See, what have you been up to lately? Yeah, what have you been up to lately? So, what have you been doing lately? Tell me. I want to know. I want to catch up on the news. I want to know everything about yourself. What have you been up to lately, my friend? Tell me. You've been working, you've been studying, you've got a new girlfriend. Okay, okay. Tell me about the ups and downs in your life, the advantages or the disadvantages of your new job. Tell me. I want to know everything. Okay, so what have you been up to? I ran into him yesterday and I asked him, "Hey, what have you been up to?" Okay, he told me he's been really busy with work. I haven't seen my friend a month. I wonder what she has been up to. I tried to explain that, but I couldn't get my point across very well. Next time, I really have to arrange the way that I will try to get my point across. So I gotta organize all my notes, write down everything, make a plan, have everything lined up so that I can get everything done is okay very well and things will run smoothly. So that's a very nice way before you step in for an interview or for a presentation. All right. And then you succeed. You will not come up short. Remember, if you come up short, you fail. You fail. If you come up short, come up short. You might remember that one. When you come up short, you see, so come up short. I don't know where it is, but you reach a goal. You fail to reach a goal or a standard. You see, so I was so close to getting that job done, but I don't know what happened. Things just maybe something just fell through the cracks. So I didn't realize that I have missed certain things, and then as things went off track, and I came up short. Yeah, unfortunately, too bad, huh? Okay, moving on. Let's go. You have to speak slowly and clearly to get your point across. I felt really relieved when I could get my point across. The meeting started to drag on. Wow. And I noticed my coworkers were losing focus. You see? So I noticed my coworkers were losing focus because the meeting started to drag on. So the meeting was kind of stretching or lasting for too long in a way that it really it gets it becomes really annoying. I try let's try to keep the call short. All right, let's try to keep the call short. I don't want it to drag on. You see, so if you are in the middle, okay, let's try to keep this meeting short. I don't want it drag on for too long, right? So if you don't want something to drag on for too long, so you really prioritize the main things. Okay, so you go straight to the point. You don't beat around the bush. All right, so you kind of cut to chase. If you cut to chase, also it's another nice way to say that you go straight to the point. You cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Here, take a look. Cut to the chase. So, hey, please cut the chase. Just tell me what you want. All right. Mhm. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? See? What is it you want us to do, my friend? Just tell me. Cut the chase. So if you cut the chase, that's a good way, all right, to stop something to drag on. Okay. I prefer quick decisions. I never let negotiations to drag on for too long. So we gotta go straight to the point. We have to have a clear outcome. So don't let the call to drag on. So since you have to have a clear outcome, a clear result, we shall not let the call to drag on. Shall not. That's British, right? Let's try to stay on the topic. Let's try to stay on the topic so that discussion will not drag on. Just a second, please. Maybe I should. Yeah. All right, let's go. I'm back. So, where am I? I'd like to. Yeah, let's go over. Yeah, the phrasal verb. Let's go over the main points. Let's go over the main points to make sure. Let's go over the main points to make sure we're prepared. All right. So, I'd like to go over the report once again to check for any mistakes. So, if you kind of a double check or for any mistakes, you have to go over the main point. So I'd like to go over the report once again to check for any mistakes. So we have to go over the contract details with the client today. I'd like to go over my notes before the presentation to feel more confident. So if you feel more confident, for example, if you were to explain the word confident, how would you do that? Confident. I guess I should line and then you type here confident. So if I had to explain the word confident, you see, if you were confident, you were really sure. That's a very nice ability, for example, all right, that you might want, for example, to develop. Okay, so the ability to explain, all right, so the words, because you are kind of stretching your vocabulary. So you're not going to get, you're not going to stick to only one word. So you're going to be able to kind of branch out, so not only learn and get the hang of only one word, but being able to kind of branch out and you will describe and you can several ways, the different ways. All right. So if you're confident, you're feeling sure about your own ability. So you feel sure about your own ability, and you do things and you to do things, and then you are successful. All right. So you're confident. So excuse me. So I'm going to go over the feedback. I'm going to go over the feedback from customers. So I got some feedbacks from customers, like for example, yesterday or any given day. That in fact doesn't really matter. But now I want to review them. I want to go over the feedback from customers, okay? Because I want to improve or even enhance, okay, the customer service. All right. If you asking for a promotion, if you asking for a promotion, man, you barking up the wrong tree. You barking up the wrong tree. You gotta talk to the manager. Okay, so you were not supposed to talk to me. I'm not the one who has the final say here. All right, so I'm not the one who decide that. So if you're asking for a promotion, you should reach out to the manager, not talk to me. So you are barking up the wrong tree. I think we're focusing on the wrong segment. I think we're focusing on this wrong segment. Yeah, we're barking up the wrong tree. So if you, just in case you don't remember what bark up the wrong tree means, it means to waste your time. All right. In Portuguese, you say, "Just take out your little horse out of the rain." Just take out a little horse out of the rain. Hey man, take out your little horse out of the rain. Okay, of course it doesn't mean anything in English. So in English, you are barking up the wrong tree. All right. So you're wasting your time. So if you, I think we're focusing the wrong segment. Okay. And so we're barking up the wrong tree, friend. So we should do something else, right? Are you cutting costs to improve quality? Are you cutting costs to improve quality? Man, you might be barking up the wrong tree. I feel like I'm barking up the wrong tree with this suggestion. See, I believe this suggestion here has come to a point that will fail. I will not succeed with this suggestion. Will not bring me results or good outcome. So you see, so I feel like I'm barking up. I feel like I'm barking up. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm barking up the wrong tree with this suggestion here. So I will go nowhere with this suggestion. So I'm just wasting my time, right? So I should, in fact, use my time in a better way. So I should move on to another suggestion or trying to come up with another one. But this one here will get me nowhere. I think they have other priorities. I think they have other priorities. I think we don't have a problem with the customer service. I think it has to do with the product. It has to do with the product. I think it's a product issue. I'm sure we're barking up the wrong tree. I think it's a product issue. I'm sure we're barking up the wrong tree. Hey, please, can you let me know how long does it take? I'm sorry. Can you let me know how long it takes to finish the training? Can you let me know how long it takes to finish the training? Can you let me know how long it takes to finish the training? How long does it take to get the approval for the budget? How long does it take to deliver the product? I have to find I have to find out how long it takes to implement the new software across all the departments. Okay? I have to find out how long it takes to implement the new software across all the departments. We've been having some technical issues. I'm sorry for that. I'd like to know how long it takes to get them fixed. Oftentimes, meeting runs longer than expected. Oftentimes, many times, meetings run longer than expected, kind of drag on, right? That's why we have to have a clear agenda. Yes, yes. Oftentimes, if we listen carefully to customers, we can solve most of the issues. Even if we practice a little bit of English every day, that's going to be more effective than cramming. Wow, that's a new verb, maybe, huh? Let's take a look at cramming. If you cram, so the context is that you have to study a little bit of English every day, but not cram. If you cram, you're trying to learn lots of things or sometimes too many things in a very short time, usually in preparation for an exam. So we're going to sit for an exam and then you start cramming. It's like we say here in Portuguese, cursinho, you see. So like, oh, I gotta learn lots of things. I have a short time, see. I'm in a rush, you see. So yeah. Mhm. Cramming is not a nice way to learn things. If you really want to learn things, you gotta do it. Okay, kind of small steps every day, a little, okay, bit by bit, little by little every day, right? That's gonna be more effective than cramming. Oftentimes, we gotta be patient to get favorable results. Favorable results. Okay, I'm just writing down some notes here. I'll be right with you. Remember that? I'll be right with you. Like, I'm just writing down some notes here. I'll be right with you. I'm close. I'm close to finishing another task here, and I'll be right with you. Let me just look up the answers. Let me just look up the answer. You're looking for the answers. Let me just look up the answer, and I'll be right with you. Okay, she asked me a question, but I didn't have the answer on the spot. She asked me a question, but I didn't have the answer on the spot. So on the spot. It's kind of on the spur of the moment. I couldn't come up on the spur of the moment. I couldn't come up with anything. All right. And then I told her, I will look up the answer, and I'll be right with you. Nice. Wrap up. I'm just wrapping up some work here, but I'll be right with you. Wrap up means finish. Okay. I'd like to wrap up the meeting by summarizing the key points we have discussed. I always try to wrap up my tasks before the end of the day. Before we wrap up, does anyone else have a question? Before we wrap this one up, does anyone else have a question? Does anyone else have a question? Does anyone else have a question? Nice, huh? We have to wrap up some loose ends. If you have to wrap up some loose ends, means like things that they still have to be done. You still have to get them done. Kind of a coisas pendentes, loose ends, loose. We have to wrap up some loose ends. Before we move on to the next project, we have to wrap up the negotiation by Friday to meet the deadline. Hey, excuse me, haven't we met before? You look familiar. Oh, I don't think so. You see, so this kind of conversation, they're really usual, like on movies, right? Haven't we met before? You look familiar. The delay of the project? Yeah, it's got to do with the supplier. They didn't deliver the materials on time, so we haven't sudden change in strategy. We've had a sudden change in strategy. It's got love got to do, it's got to do. Tina Turner has got a song like what love's got to do, it's got to do. I think it's like something, it goes like that, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got to do with the new trend, market trends. Our success has to do with hard work and creativity. So our success, if you think that our success comes easily, man, you're barking up the wrong tree. So our success has to do with hard work and creativity. I have to catch up on all the emails and updates I have missed. I also have to catch up on the progress and plan the next steps. I have to manage my time better, otherwise my work will start piling up. You see, so I have to manage my time better, otherwise my work will start piling up. When tasks they pile up, it's important to prioritize and handle them one by one. Handle them one by one. Prioritize tasks. Prioritize. Prioritize. Prioritize the tasks and handle them one by one. If the tasks pile up, don't let them pile up, my friend. Work hard. Don't slack off. Remember that? Slack off. If you let paperwork pile up, that will make it harder to find important documents. How come you could come across with anything? You see, come across another way to like you find something by chance. Okay, find something usually by chance. You're just doing something and then you ended up finding something that you were not actually looking for it. So if you don't address that issue promptly, that will pile up. It will become quite overwhelming. Yeah, it will become quite overwhelming. Let's organize our workspace so that we can avoid any clutter. Clutter is a mess. Another word for mess. Clutter. Lots of things, or for example, their desk in a very disorganized way. It's messy. You see, they were not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be organized. Lots of things. Okay, in a very nice layout. You see, so lots of clutter. All right. In my role, I have to juggle many tasks at the same time. I have to juggle several deadlines. I have to keep track of priorities. You have to juggle the tasks efficiently. I'm sure you get the hang of it. But in order to get the hang of it, you have to juggle the tasks efficiently. You have to keep track of priorities. You have to juggle the deadlines. Okay. I accidentally sent the wrong file to the client. Accidentally, love. But soundtrack for that movie, Shrek. I accidentally sent the wrong file to the client. I'm worried because I might mess up the deal. Okay, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to mess up sometimes. It's important to learn from our mistakes and improve. He mentioned that everyone can mess up occasionally, but taking responsibility is key. I'm afraid I might mess up the report with incorrect data. I'm afraid I might mess up the report with incorrect data. That's why I always double check everything just in case. We have to come up with a plan to meet the targets. We have to come up with a solution that will please everyone. We have some disagreements. She's struggling with the task. Okay, she's struggling with that task. But no, step away for a bit and try to work out the problem. If you have to work out the problem, man, sometimes we get, kind of too overwhelmed by a task that we feel kind of unable to come up with a solution. So what we gotta do? Step away, move away just a little bit. Step outside, just take some fresh air. All right, you can kind of what is that expression like when you vent something, you let off some steam, you know. You let off some steam, remember that? Let off some steam. Okay, you let off some steam. Oh, lots of nice words here in this class, eh? If you like this one here, give you a thumbs up, my friend. Let off some steam. Remember, give her a thumbs up. Okay, and hit the subscribe button. The button. Hit the subscribe button. Let off some steams. Ooh, I'm sweating here. It's really stuffy here. Let off some steam. Okay, so like, I would take a walk because I'm really mad at my work. I'm really fed up. Okay, I'm really fed up. I'm pissed off. So I will try to relieve some stress and frustration. You see, so I will let off some steam. When I'm back, oh, I feel like I'm in heaven. Not really. So, where are we? Okay, step away for a bit and try to work out the problem. Solve the problem. Let's try to work out the logistics of it. You see, let's try to work out the logistics of it. When you think that, when you feel that something is not feasible, all right, it's a kind of impossible. Say, hey, let's work out the logistics of it. Huh? I think that the event is running smoothly. We haven't had any problems so far. We're gonna go over the project once again and understand what went wrong. We have to identify where the process went wrong so that we can improve workflow. So let's identify where the process went wrong and then we can improve workflow. If you need further assistance, please let me know and then I can design another class that will fulfill your needs. You see? 103. Good. If you need further practice, please let me know. And then again, I can design another class that will fulfill your needs. Wow. Okay, I didn't know we'd make it, huh? I thought I wouldn't make it to 100. We made it, man. Nice, huh? Okay, so I hope you enjoy. I hope this class is going to be useful for you. Okay, so I hope this class helps you to improve and boost your English. All right, so listen, listen, listen. Okay, so take a look at the. All right, the lesson here, the sentences you have the Portuguese and English. If you have maybe you're not sure what something means, but you can look it up in the dictionary and let me know if you need further assistance. Okay, so take care. Okay, I'll see you next time. Good night.